Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Hey guys, tell me, does anybody here actually recognize this figure from anywhere? Because I sure as heck don't. I mean, okay, this is an Asian bootleg knockoff of, obviously, a Man of Steel Superman figure. Actually, the square belt means it's actually from Dawn of Justice. However, usually a bootleg and a knockoff or whatever comes from a different figure. They've actually copied a different figure. The Mezco Superman's been bootlegged. Mafex has been bootlegged. However, this one is not, I don't think, a copy of anything in particular. I think that they just went ahead and made their own Superman figure. Oh yeah, by the way, look, I got a new spinny thing. So now I can put my figures on it and it can spin around and I can join the cool club with all the other product and toy reviewers. Anyway, let's just let it spin around here for a second so you can get a peek. The cape here is actually made out of like a semi-soft rubber, and you got this S on the back. I'll bring it up closer and you'll see it in a second. And then you got, wow, these things take a long time. I'm going to really have to find a way to incorporate this that makes it so that you don't have to wait for a long time to... There he is. Okay, he's back. And you can really tell that this is a bootleg that's got... Oh, he's going around again. Ah, geez, just hold on a second. Hi, everybody! It's reflective, so now you can see my face in a very distorted kind of Elephant Man sort of way. Hi. Drat, I should have got the white one instead of the one that has the shiny face to it, because then you get the reflection of the figure on the bottom. Anyway, okay, I've digressed. This video is actually about a bootleg Superman figure based on the very loosely based on the likeness of Henry Cavill. Now, like I was saying before, usually a bootleg of an action figure is like it's based off of another figure. It's a knockoff of an existing action figure. Well, this one here, as best as I can tell, isn't. I haven't seen the original for this anywhere. I mean, I've seen this on eBay for the last, I don't know, year or whatever. And you've seen it too. I know you have. And you've been wondering what this thing is actually like. Well, that's what this video is all about. We're going to have a really close look at this thing. We're going to compare it to some other figures. And we're just going to be like, hey, is this thing worth the $15 you're going to buy? Pay this with shipping and whatnot or whatever. That just got muddled. We're just going to have a look at this thing and be like, hey, is this worth the $15 to have? In my opinion, this is kind of like a piece of history, because look at the old bootlegs from the 80s and the 90s that end up on eBay. They're actually going for a pretty good penny because they're technically a piece of that character's action figure history, because you can only get them from eBay. That makes them rare. That means in 20 years I'll be able to sell this for like $1 million. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the likeness of this figure. And you know what? This thing doesn't look like Henry Cavill at all. He looks more like a college frat boy. Or, you know, possibly like a football player. Someone who's on a varsity team. Or, I don't know, anything but Superman. You know what? This guy here looks like every single person I've ever seen cosplay as Henry Cavill Superman. This is it. This is not a Henry Cavill Superman action figure. This is a cosplay of Superman Henry Cavill action figure. Duh! I'm a genius! Okay, I kid. Seriously though, let's take a really close look at him though. They've actually done quite a good job trying to make this thing look reasonable. You know, all the sculpting details, they're not painted, but they're there. All the costume details are there. I mean, they're really crude, and you can really see where they, you know, you can really tell this is hand done. Really tell this is sculpted by hand and then molded in plastic. But I don't think it's terrible. That's so bad, but okay, this is not in my top 10, but I don't think it's terrible. Now, they got the boots. The boots are all textured and stuff. Apparently he's wearing high heels. Who would have thought that Superman's going to wear a high heel? Maybe Superman's shorter in life than we all really realized. And then for the articulation on this bad boy, you've got the head that's on a ball joint. It doesn't really do a whole lot of anything. It turns and looks down. He can nod and be like, yes, I would like to pitch in for the lottery tickets this week. Then you've got the shoulder articulation. Up to there, you got a bicep swivel. You got a single jointed elbow. And then he's got wrist articulation. They swivel and they're on a hinge. That's actually pretty good for a knockoff figure that's not based on anything. He's got a waist swivel 360. He's got his groin, which can go forward that much and back that much, but it also goes out a little bit. It's not just a straight old school kind of groin articulate. Well, that's bathed in shadow. Hold on a second. See, is actually, there's like a peg in there. It's like, I think it's ball jointed. I think that the Superman has ball jointed groin articulation. He's also got the single jointed knee articulation, and he's also got top of the boot articulation. Absolutely none for the ankle. He is a nightmare for the people that are looking for posability in the ankle department, because he has absolutely zilch. Now this figure, when I first got it, I'm not sure if there's any left. Probably wiped it all off. There was this like weird white residue on the cape from like the cheapness of the rubber, but it is a soft rubber. It does look like it can hold up to quite a bit. And then see there, the light's catching it. They've actually put an S in the back of his cape, which is not movie accurate, but hey, I'll take it. I would have preferred there to be an S on Superman's cape. It would have made more sense. And let's just take one more close-up look at Frat Boy Cavill here. Yeah, I mean, it's actually not a terrible figure. It ain't great, okay? I'm not going to say it's great, and it's barely good. It's not good, but it's not terrible. Okay, it's okay. It's an okay knockoff that, I mean, really, you can't get unless you go to eBay to one of these Asian sellers. I wonder what it would look like if I popped an actual Cavill head on there. Hold on a second. Well, drat, the ball joint came out of the neck and not out of the head. Well, I guess that means it securely fit in there. Okay, well, let's just put it here for a second. The neck is really, just got to squeeze it there just to have a look. Stay balanced, don't fall off. And suddenly he's in flight pose. All right, we'll see you later. Whoosh. His head fell off. All right, I'm not planning on keeping this thing on there for any actual length of time, so I've just got some sticky tack in there. I just want to see. You little piece of Okay, I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm just going to say it. With an actual Cavill head on this big old buck, this actually makes the figure standable. Like, it doesn't look half bad in a kind of corny, really not that great kind of way. But damn if that skin tone ain't way off. We got 4 o'clock shadow Cavill on bright pink neck Superman here. Well, that was fun. Anyhow, I didn't really pick this guy up for his Cavill-esque qualities. I picked him up because I love getting me some bootlegs. Sometimes they're comical, and sometimes they actually do a reasonable job, and occasionally they do a better job than the original product did in the first place by improving on things that the original product kind of cocked up on. And here for funsies, we've got Superman standing next to all the rest of his Cavill-esque buddies, and you can see that he's actually pretty darn huge. He's the bulkiest, he's the largest of the lot, and his head is definitely the biggest. And where all the rest of them have a lot of details going on there, they got cool paint apps, they got all kinds of accurate stuff for the movie. This one has he's molded in blue plastic and molded in red plastic, and he's fairly crudely painted. It could be worse, but he is fairly crudely painted, and he definitely is the cheapest looking out of the lot of them, but at least now you get a size comparison for how he stands up. Now, would I recommend this figure? Well, if you're someone that likes to collect the real figures and the bootlegs, and you're kind of an archivist, you just have to have every Superman figure, then I would say pick this up. It's cheap. It's on eBay. Someone's going to buy him. It might as well be you. And besides, if you don't buy him, then you can't take cool pictures of him. Like here he is with a dinosaur. And here he is with another dinosaur. And here he is flying. And here's another picture of him too. So the bottom line is, this is not really a figure of Superman that looks anything like Superman. Like if you took this guy's body and replaced it with like a dude in like a business shirt with like a tie and a briefcase, that would probably suit the head a whole lot better. But to me, like I said before, this is a piece of action figure history, because these bootlegs will pop up on eBay later on, and they'll be probably fairly expensive if you ask me. I'm talking like 20 years, if eBay's here in 20 years. Anyhow, super friends, that about sums up what I had to say about this Asian eBay Superman Henry Cavill knockoff Superman figure. It's been a weird one, that's for sure. If you like this video, please take the time to leave a like on it, because that's the kind of thing that's going to let me know that you enjoyed the video and I'm doing, hopefully, something right. If you have anything to say about this figure at all, or just want to say hi, leave that down in the comments section below, because I read absolutely every comment and I'm always thankful to get them. And if you think that you might want to become a super friend, part of the DC squad, just hit the subscribe button. Remember to ding that bell so that you never miss a video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a splendid day.
Are you still playing with that doll? Action figures, that's so hard to understand.